Hello folks, this is Sula speaking. You're listening to another video for Teamfight Tactics. We're still here on the Set 10 Revival. In this game, we're going to be looking at a very basic team composition. We're going to be looking at Guardians in the front line and Rapid Fire champs in the back line, emphasizing more on the rapid fire aspect of that. But it's going to be about as basic of a team composition as you can get, and one that apparently works pretty well. You do have to have a good setup for it, but I got the right setup for it in this game, and it turned out to work really, really well. So, Rapid Fire Rampage we'll be looking at in this match. Now, one thing to note right at the start of this game is we get the Ezreal encounter. Ezreal gives you gold on every stage. As soon as I see that, I know this is going to be a high loot, high economy game. Not necessarily a high loot game, but a high economy game, which means that if I'm going to try to win this lobby, I'm going to have to cap out my board at something pretty high, because everybody's going to be getting extra gold, and that means all the boards are going to be stronger. So I was looking at the board here, and I get the early Nico drop, and then there's a Guardian Kennen in my store for the very first headliner. As soon as I see that, I was like, this means I can play 4 Guardians in the early game, which is going to be pretty strong. Because I've got +1 Guardian from, as I said, +1 Guardian from getting that initial headliner. And then the Nico gives me a Guardian, a 3-cost Guardian, which is tough to get early on. So then all I need to do is find 1 Taric or 1 Pantheon, and there's a Taric in that first shop. So boom, I can just play Guardian, 4 Guardian immediately, which is going to be quite strong. And then I start finding some Rapid Fire champs as well. So immediately I was like, I think this is a perfect place to try out this Guardian plus rapid fire team composition. I had looked at what team compositions were doing well in the set revival, and this one had popped up. I had never really seen anyone playing this. It was barely played at all in the data, but I looked at this and I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. Then I get 2 more Tarics and another Senna. I was like, oh my god, could this be more perfect? Normally in a game like this, I would probably go for the Wandering Trainer and just try to play around the dummies, but I kind of already have a great setup that I want to play through. So I'm just going to take the Econ Augment here. I'm going to take the extra gold. This gives me, the reigning gold gives me immediate gold right now, and it's going to give me another 1 gold on every single stage. And on top of that, I also have a 1-item start. This is the rare 1-item start. Typically you get a 3-component start, but because I only have 1 item here, I actually have more gold than normal. So we're getting extra gold from it being an Ezreal encounter. I believe everyone got 4 or 5 gold. I have taken an Econ Augment that gave me another 8 gold plus 1 gold per round. And I have a 1-item start, which also gave me 1 gold. Now, the downside to the 1-item start is when you only have 1 component, your early game board often is pretty weak because, as you can see, I just have a Negatron cloak, and that's it. I literally have a cloak and nothing else in terms of items. So I do not have items at all. But on the plus side, I'm already level 4, and I could get to 20 gold if I wanted to here. The only reason I'm not going to be... I'm clearly going to win this round to get to 19. But I don't want to sell the Senna because I'm trying to make Senna 2-star. So I'm not going to sell that. I'm going to be stuck at the 19, which is slightly annoying. But that will allow me to pick up an extra Kennen because I do need a replacement Kennen. The goal is I am going to sell this Kennen headliner eventually. But like, look, I'm already level 4, 22 gold. I have a 2-star Jinx that wasn't even on my board. I'll go ahead and put that on the board now. I had been playing the Senna because I wanted to get true damage trait in with the Kennen, but I'd actually prefer to play the Jinx plus the Pantheon here. That makes my board a little bit weaker, but it does unlock Punk trait, and that means that I can reroll the shop once for 1 gold every single round, and I'm just going to do that. I'm basically going to use the extra gold that I got from my augment, the reigning gold. I get 1 gold every round. I'm just going to use that for a Punk reroll each round. It's basically going to pay for the Punk reroll in and of itself. And I think that that's worthwhile to do because I do want to try to hit some of these early game champs. One thing that this team composition suggested was it did suggest looking to 3-star Pantheon and looking to 3-star Senna. I think that the idea behind this team composition, which is that, again, you're going to play a bunch of Guardians up front, 6 Guardians in the front, 4 Rapid Fire in the back. I think the idea was you either look for a Pantheon headliner or a Senna headliner, and you try to 3-star both of them. By the way, this round is super close against this disco board, but I'm very, very glad that I win this round. My board is actually in a somewhat weak position here as I find another Nico. I'm quite happy to pick that up. My board's actually in a somewhat weak position here because I don't actually have rapid fire trait in. I'm very heavy on tanks at the moment. Guardian is a tank trait. If you're watching this, you probably know this already. But Guardian is one of the... There's 3 major tank traits here in the set 10 revival and also in the original set 10. You have Guardian, which provides shields. You have Sentinel, which provides armor and magic resistance. And then you had Bruiser, which provides health. So very, very straightforward. I never mind it when the tank traits are pretty straightforward in this set. Bruiser, you get health. Sentinel, armor or magic resistance. Guardian, you get shields. Pretty straightforward. The 2 Guardian is, I believe, that when the Guardian shield triggers when the units get low on health. I believe the 2 Guardian shield triggers at it gives a 25% health shield. And then the 4 Guardian Shield is a 40% health shield. Guardian 6 is a 70% health shield. And it's based on the health of the Guardian unit. When they drop to, I think it's to 50% health, the shield activates on them and on the lowest health ally. There it is. It triggered there. By the way, that round looked like I was going to lose right away. But I did manage to kill the Olaf. And the Olaf had all the damage on that team composition. So as soon as the Olaf dies, it's a pretty easy win from that. Actually, they had 2 Olafs on that board. But once I killed the 2-star Olaf, it was a pretty easy win from that position. So my board's actually about to get much stronger here. I was able to get level 4 30 gold there. I did sell the Kennen at the last second to get to 30 gold. But I'm going to level and I'm going to put in the that Senna, and that's going to put rapid fire trait in, which is something I need pretty badly. So I'm quite happy to get that. My board was kind of weaker than it needed to be, but I was able to clutch out wins anyway. Oh, it looks like our Guardian Shield's actually 45%. I don't have the cheat sheet in front of me. I thought it was 40%. It's actually 45%. So we're going to level first, then use our punk reroll because I have better odds to see higher tier units. And I'm going to go ahead and put the belt on Kennen because he's my 1 2-star. I guess technically Tarek's a 2-star unit as well. But Tarek's mostly just in there as a trait bot. I guess that's not true. He's not there in a trait bot. He is providing legit frontline with 4 Guardian. And by putting Senna in, I make true damage trait with the Kennen. And then I also make rapid fire trait with the Jinx. So I get much, much stronger here. And because I've been pretty lucky in hitting these units, again, I naturaled my way into a 2-star Jinx. I naturaled my way into a 2-star Tarek. I have the Kennen Guardian Headliner, which is perfect for this setup. My board is pretty strong. Like this person over here, they've already hit a 3-star Jinx. They already have a 3-star Jinx. Normally that would mean that their board would just win streak through the early game. But no, we're actually stronger than them. Even though they have a 3-star Jinx on 2-5, we still beat them anyway because my board is freaking strong at this point in time. Anyway, and I'm going to hit 2-star Nico, so I was like, okay. I'll use my punk reroll. I don't hit anything there. Now, I could look to maybe play Superfan here because I have the Kennen and I have the Nico who's going to go on the board here. We'll just play the Nico over the Tarek. It's a better unit. It's a 3-cost Guardian as opposed to a 1-cost Guardian. It's not like I'm playing Disco, which is Tarek's other trait. So I could look to play Superfan here, but in the end, I just didn't really have slots for the Superfan units. I just preferred playing more Guardians. Like, okay, I'm going to level to level 6 after the minion round. What would I prefer to play? Would I rather play a 1-star Lilia for Superfan? Or is it better to just play another 2-star Tarek and get another 2-star Guardian in? I think it's actually better just to play another Guardian, a 2-star Guardian frontliner who will get that 45% health Guardian shield. I think that that's just better. So I'm content to just play that Tarek when I level up and like not even bother with playing Superfan here. Kennen's Superfan item is, I believe it's Protector's Vow, which is not an amazing item anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty content to just keep on going. I felt I had one really close round that I think it was that second round was super close, but every other round was kind of a stomp, and I just like ran all over this lobby on stage 2. So again, this board is apparently pretty strong. Just Guardians in the front line, rapid fire in the back line. And I did have like perfect conditions to play this. Like you really could not. And then look at this. Boom, 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 boom. We've 2-starred every single unit. Every unit. So again, the value of those punk rerolls, I've basically been able to get the benefits of the excuse me, the benefits of the cheap punk rerolls while also still having amazing economy and really strong board strength at the same time. So again, the game is just really, really going well. I'm hitting everything I want to hit. Now, the only thing I want to hit is to try to get up to 4 rapid fire if possible. So need to find Aphelios. And then I'll need to look to find eventually Kate and Lucian. All right, these items are not bad. The gloves on by themselves are not amazing, but that's half of a Last Whisper, that's half of an Infinity Edge, which are really good items for this setup. I mean, I guess I could have had 2-star Lilia, but I'm still content just to play the, and we're going to reforge this tier because we have no real use for this tier. And bow, excellent. Bows are great for this team composition. We'll just make the Last Whisper, and then we'll make the glove on top of that. Now we'll level to level 6. We'll use our Punk reroll on level 6. And I was like, do I play the Lilia? I can't get... oh wait, no, I don't have Superfan trade in. That's right. Why don't I have Superfan trade in? I thought I had enough. Oh, I see. I put the Taric on the board instead of the Lilia. I could have had Superfan trait, but again, as I said earlier, I think I just rather play the Taric here. It's a 2-star Taric in a 5 Guardian board. He's going to be much tankier than the Lilia. So, yeah, I'm pretty content with that. So I think I just end up selling the Lilia later on anyway. I don't really expect to hit 3-star Jinx or 3-star Pantheon, but you know what? I might as well hold these units because, like, why not? It's worth... They don't cost much econ to hold them, and I figure I might as well. The big question for me is, do I reroll on level 6, or do I just keep leveling? Like, do I want to go for 3-star Pantheon, 3-star Senna? What do I want to do here? And I have to make that decision right now because I have to decide, do I reroll for the 3-star versions of these units, or do I just look to level? And then, by the way, I get this ramping rhythm. Rapid Fire champions start combat with 4 stacks of attack speed, and they can now go up to 30 stacks, gain a Jinx and a Senna. I was like, oh my god, well, there's a Felios right there. And I could get more Tarics, but Taric's going to come out of this team composition later on. So I was like, do I just play the Aphelios? I was like, no, I don't think I play the Aphelios, but I will hold the extra copies of these units because, like, you never know. I might hit a 3-star version of these. I should make it clear, what does Rapid Fire trait actually do? Rapid Fire trait causes your units to gain stacking attack speed. There's usually one of these traits in every single set, and Rapid Fire in this set is Rapid Fire units, every auto attack, they gain additional attack speed. Normally, it can only stack 10 times. With this augment, it can stack up to 30 times. And the Rapid Fire units start with 4 stacks. At Rapid Fire 2, I believe they get 4% additional attack speed per auto attack. So normally, 4% per attack and can go up to 10 stacks, so they can get up to 40%. But I can stack that thing up to 30 times. So in a drawn-out fight, my guys could theoretically get 120% attack speed. And I'm going to try to get up to Rapid Fire 4, which I believe is 9% per attack. So, if I could theoretically get that stacked up, 9 times 30, they could theoretically go to 270% attack speed. Like, okay, that's not going to happen. The fight will be over before that happens. But you can see the idea. The Guardian frontline just stalls by providing these huge shields. Oh, and I'm just going to level here to level 7. I made the decision that I was not going to try to 3-star Senna, and I was not going to try to 3-star Pantheon. That it would just be better to just keep leveling. And that's due to 2 reasons. One is that this is a high econ lobby. Remember, I talked at the beginning of the game. You have to recognize what kind of a lobby you're in, and I could see this is going to be a high econ lobby. It's going to cap out pretty highly. Senna 3-star, Pantheon 3-star. Good in a game with like normal or low econ, but in a high econ lobby, that's really not going to be that great. And I've had such a good early game, I really should be trying to focus on winning the lobby. So I'm looking more at like playing a bunch of 4 and 5 costs or going for like a 3-star 4 cost. That's more my win condition than like Senna 3-star, Pantheon 3-star. The other reason is there's another player in the lobby rolling for Senna 3-star. So they're taking Sennas out of the pool. And there's someone playing Punk and taking Pantheons out of the pool. So I was like, all right, these units are contested. And it's a high econ lobby. It just doesn't feel like it's the right game to go for a 3-star Senna, 3-star Pantheon, even though the guide I was looking at suggested that. So that's a good example of why don't just blindly follow guides. Like, look at the circumstances of your game and adapt accordingly. I also would have loved that Caitlyn. I could have played 4 Rapid Fire, and I'd love to play through. Kate's intended to be like the main carry in this team composition, but Kate gets snapped up, so I'm not going to be able to grab that unit. I'm going to have to find Kate naturally here. So a couple different options here. I wouldn't have minded taking the belt for a potential Warmogs because I already have 1 belt, but there's a bow here. I'm happy to take the bow. And again, this is just a team composition that relies on getting swords and bows. If anything, swords are more important because we do get attack speed from the Rapid Fire trait. And by the way, I'm on 6 Pantheon, so okay, we'll stick with that. But swords and bows are like the most important items for me to get. And of course, frontline. I do need frontline for the Guardians as well. But I do mostly need swords and bows. So anytime, by the way, now I'm on 7 Pantheons. I was like, okay, I'm not really trying to hit Pantheon 3-star, but I'm not going to turn this down. I'm not going to turn it down if I hit it, and it doesn't cost that much econ, so I'll just hold it. The other thing is, this is the first game I played after the item rework here in, I guess technically this is set 14, even though I'm playing the set 10 revival. There was a mini item rework here where I think it was about 6 of the items got reworked around. Most of them stayed relatively similar to their old functions, but like Rageblade was reworked so that the Rageblade now stacks up based on time. Like every few seconds you get additional attack speed instead of the old Rageblade, which stacked up based on how many attacks you made. So a number of the items had like relatively minor changes like this. Static Shiv was replaced by Void Staff, which basically does something similar, but it was like a little bit better for carries. And like the new Sterix is pretty similar to the old Sterix. One item that actually is pretty different though is the old Runin's Hurricane got replaced by the Kraken Slayer. And by the way, I see this Guardian Pantheon Headliner. I was like, okay, I was going to move out of the Kennen anyway. I'll just do this. Now I just have 3-star Pantheon instead of 2-star Kennen. Seems pretty good to me. I'll just go ahead and happily make that switch. So that was an easy replacement. And I even have an extra Pantheon, so I'll just sell that because I don't need an extra Pantheon. Now I do have a 3-star Pantheon, and I didn't even have to roll for it, so that was pretty lucky. I'm definitely hitting a lot of things in this game. Back to the item topic, though. As I said, the old Runin's Hurricane, which was kind of a weird, wonky item. It didn't really fit the game and like had been kind of in an odd place for a long time. The old Runin's Hurricane shot out additional bolts that hit like multiple targets on auto attacks. It's just kind of a weird item and didn't really fit the game. They took that out. It's been replaced by Kraken Slayer. This is an item where every single time a unit auto attacks, they gain stacking AD. So it's like the old Rageblade, but instead of stacking up attack speed, which kind of synergized with itself, the Kraken Slayer stacks up AD. So it's really, really good in a rapid fire team composition because what do we get from our trait? We get extra attack speed. By the way, there is a Mumu. I'll use my Punk reroll. And now we'll just go to level 8 and slot in a Mumu. And now we have 6 Guardians, so I'm fine with that. But anyway, the Kraken Slayer, it's really good in a rapid fire team composition because rapid fire stacks up attack speed. Every time you attack, you get extra attack speed. It's kind of like everyone has the old Rageblade naturally when you're playing this. Well, all the rapid fire units have this. So we're going to be getting additional attack speed with every auto attack anyway. We might as well take advantage of the Kraken Slayer. I also get a nice tank item, the Wormogs. I'm quite happy to just slam that. There's the free gold coming in from our lobby that's on high loot lobby. We'll put in the Amumu for 6 Guardians. Now all 6 of that, well, all 5 of them, I have a Guardian Headliner. All 5 of them are going to get a 70% health shield. And I can make the Infinity Edge on Jinx, so this is great. I've got this. Now, the downside is I have this rod. I don't really have much use for this rod. The only thing I can realistically do with the rod is make a Rageblade. I mean, I guess I could put like an AP item on Senna because she does do magic damage. And you see I'm going to put that on Senna so she gets her bling bonus, which causes her mana cost to go down. But realistically, I don't really have any real need for rods. And I don't really need Rageblades with this team composition either because the Rapid Fire trait is going to give all my carries attack speed anyway. So I really don't need a Rageblade. And I really don't need rods. That's a target for reforging if I get another reforger. But yeah, now Jinx has good items, and I am happy to move these items over to Caitlyn. They're not quite the items Kate would maybe go for, but they're pretty good. Infinity Edge, Last Whisper, and the new Kraken Slayer. I think Kate will be very effective with these items. So my first thought was, why not get Piercing Lotus? We just get critical strike chance and we can shred the enemy team. But then I had the chance for Coronation at +1 team size. I was like, great, we'll let's get +1 team size. That'll make it very easy to play the 4 rapid fire. So now I just have to find a Kate for 4 rapid fire. And I think I'm gonna roll for that. And boom, there she is. Okay, we'll just play the Kate. That more or less clears me to go to level 9 here. So now my thinking is, let's try to go to level 9. I've got the 6 Guardian 4 rapid fire, which is the core of this team composition. We'll go to level 9, and then we'll try to play some 4 and 5 quests. I do need to find Lucian. Lucian can replace one of these units. Probably a Felios, honestly, because I don't mind having Punk in here. It does give the Pantheon additional health, and it lets me get that cheap Punk reroll every round. But, like, let's go find Lucian. Let's go find some more Threshes. Let's go find Yorick, who's the 5-cost Guardian. And we can just play, like, a random 5-cost of my choosing. So, like, whatever I want, I could play. Like, I could play Kiana for true damage. Maybe she'd make me some... I could play Kiana with true damage. She might be able to make me some items. I could play Sona for more protection. I could play a random Ziggs and get his Hyper Pop trade in. Like, there's a lot of 5-costs I could play. I could even stuff Alawi on the board randomly just for more frontline. Although I don't think I need more frontline. I could do it. So a lot of possibilities here. Now, here's the thing I was most worried about. This person who was on the huge Heartsteel cash out, they had an augment that I can't remember the name of this one. By the way, I'm on 6 Jinxes. I don't really expect to hit Jinx, but whatever. And I found an extra Sona, so I was like, all right, maybe I play Sona on level 9. I'll just sell the Bard. I'm not going to play that. I had thought maybe Bard gets me Jazz trait, but I'm not really playing that many traits here. I could play Bard for Jazz plus Lucian for Jazz, but I'm really not playing a lot of traits. I'm pretty vertical here, so Jazz is not that handy. Anyway, I'm watching this other board here, Moonlit Cobble, I think is their name. They had this augment that it kind of combines 8-bit plus Heartsteel, and it's like you get additional Heartsteel stacks every single time that you hit an 8-bit coin threshold. You know, like as you deal more damage with 8-bit, you get these additional high score thresholds. And so you get Heartsteel stacks for that, as well as getting them from losing rounds and killing enemy champs. So they went on some huge loss streak, and they got like the 800 stack Heartsteel cash out. I was very, very, very worried about this player because I had seen one other person have this before in another one of my games, and they got like a 12 or 1300 Heartsteel cash out, and they got like triple Tactician's crowns, and they were so impossibly strong afterwards that it was just, there was no way to possibly beat them. So I was very, very worried that was going to happen again in this game, and I did not want to see that happen. The good news is they did get a humongous cash out as we take a sword. Remember, we need swords in this team composition. They do get a humongous cash out of some kind, but they mostly got additional Heartsteel units. They got a whole bunch of 3-star Heartsteel units, and they did actually lose the round after their cash out. So now they're down on 1 life, and that's what I wanted to see. They're down on 1 life. By the way, I get another Sona here. I was like, all right, I guess Sona's going to be my +1 unit on level up. So I've got 2 out of 3 Sonas. I'll just hold them. And remember, I get to play another random 5 costs on level 9, so I'll just do that. And, you know, my thinking is I'm just going to go level 9 and slow roll and just try to see what I can hit, and then I'll just adapt my gameplay from there. I do think that my board's going to fall off relatively soon. Like, I'm expecting to lose these rounds because I do have, like, 1-star Kate. But 6 Guardian, 4 Rapidfire. I have really, really good augments for this. Like, the Rapidfire Rhythm, my second augment, is a really, really good fit for the team composition I have. Look at that Guardian Shield that Pantheon gets. The Guardian Shields do work off of max HP, so Wormogs is a really nice item. Oh yeah, I'm watching this other board. I'm just hoping that this person dies. But unfortunately, they didn't die, and now they have a 2-star Kiana, so that's like, that's not good. I really hope somebody can knock them out. Again, I'm not expecting to hit Senna 3-star, but, you know, I'll pick it up, and I'll keep using my cheap punk rerolls here. So we're almost to level 9, and I should have enough gold after the minion round to just slow roll on level 9. Always one of my favorite things to do. It's so rare you have enough economy that you can do that, but it's what I want to do. I just want to slow roll on level 9. And that means I can probably get like 4, 5, 6 level 9 shops every single time. Well, if I'm buying champions, I won't get as many shops, but yeah, just like slow roll there and like get Sona 2-star, get Kate 2-star, get Lucian on the board, get Thresh 2-star, and find Yorick. And then, yeah, as I said, can play another random unit. Oh, by the way, this round is sad. I wasn't scouting properly enough. This person has a KDA board, and their Akali that hits the corners just dashes around and kills my board. I actually legitimately think I might have been able to beat this board if I had had Kate and probably Senna. I guess Senna was in the middle of the board. Like, Senna did do look how much damage Senna did. If Kate had been in the middle of the board, I actually think I might have been able to win that round. But nope, Kate gets sniped immediately by Akali. There goes all my items, and I get taken out pretty quickly there. By the way, I will pick up extra Amumu's and extra Nikos. Again, not great odds to 3-star them, but you never know. It's not impossible, and I'm happy to hit the 2-star Kennen just to clear out bench space. I would look to drop the Jinx, because I really don't think I'm going to hit 3-star Jinx when rolling on level 9, but stranger things have happened. If I have the bench space, I'll continue to hold on to these units. So I did lose a round. That's not shocking. Again, it would have been nice to continue winning and carry that win streak through the minion stage. But again, I'm not exactly shocked that that happened. And now we're just going to buy some more units here. I am up to 5 Nikos. That's something. All right, I need an additional Kate. I need to clear out some bench space here. So we'll go to level 9. We'll put the Sona on the board. I could give attack speed. I don't think I need that, though. I think the shielding is actually better here. And we do want to pull our item anvil here. So I'm going to pull the bow out of these items, and I'm looking at the different options here. I was gonna pull the bow, but I was like, wait. I could make a Rage Blade, but do I need a Rage Blade? No, what I need is more frontline. So let's get a frontline item for Pantheon, and I make the Crown Guard. I was actually very pleased with myself that I actually remembered to do that there, because the temptation was, oh, cool, I can finally get rid of one of these rods with a Rage Blade. But it was like, wait. I have 4 Rapid Fire, and I have this Rapid Fire, was it Rapid Fire Rhythm or Ramping Rapid Fire for my second Gold Augment? I do not need more attack speed here. What I need is for Pantheon not to die in the fights, and the Crown Guard helps a lot with that. So I am very glad that I had the foresight to say, hey, buddy, you need more frontline here. Don't get too greedy on the items, because I almost clicked that bow, but I did manage to restrain myself there. All right, I don't need a Aphelios 3-star, so we'll continue using these cheap punk rolls, and oh, well, hello, there's a Lucian here. That will definitely go on my board. We can just dump the Aphelios. That's nice. But there's also a Rapid Fire Caitlyn. I was like, that would get me to 6 Caitlyns. Do I want to do this? I think I do. The problem is I have to sell a 3-star Pantheon, and my front line is going to be absolute garbage if I do this. But I think that this is my path to winning the lobby. 3-star Kate. I'm looking around the lobby. No one is playing Kate. This gets me to 6 Kates. I'm already level 9, where I have 30% odds to see the 4 costs. I can just slow roll here on level 9, and if I can hit this Kate 3-star, I'm gonna win the lobby. I was like, all right, I think I have to do this. By the way, once again, another one of these boards playing Akali. What am I doing? I got to get Kate out of the corner. Once again, she gets sniped by the Akali. Very, very dumb. Look how long Pantheon tanks. But no, I can just get sniped by Akali like an idiot. So, yeah, although I guess that the unit that carried that fight was actually the Ziggs on their board. So anyway, I locked in the store because I just didn't have time to make the substitution. I want to make sure I have plenty of time here because I know I'm going to have to do some rolling. So we'll put the tank items on Thresh, I guess, for now. Anyway, Pantheon actually came right back again, which was kind of nice. Although I actually put the wrong unit on the board. All right, well, that's 6 Sennas. Let's get the Pantheon on the board. I accidentally moved the 2 Amumus on the board. So, all right, we'll get you on the board. And now I need to find Yorick so I can get the 6 Guardians in. All right, rolling here. Not finding a lot right here. All right, there's another Amumu. I guess I'll pick that up. But I'm on the very awkward 5 Guardian, 5 Rapid Fire here. I can at least move my tank items over to the Kate. And I'm up against the strongest board in the lobby. This person went to level 10. And they played the, they're just playing the 5-cost grab bag here, all like the 4 and 5-cost units. They found a Lucian headliner. So they're very, very strong. They have a 2-star Alawi front line. I'm not beating this one in the middle of transitioning. There is one bit of good news, though. That player who got the big 800 stack Heartsteel cash out did go out earlier. I breathed a huge sigh of relief when they finally got knocked out. That was very, very nice to get them out of the lobby here. They actually went out in 8th place, so I don't have to worry about them. Now I'm last pick here. I was actually going to take the Aphelios with the Protector's Vow, and then I was just going to play the 6 Rapid Fire. But that actually was not the right play. Did not want to go. It's actually wrong to play 6 Rapid Fire here. 4 Rapid Fire is plenty. I don't need to play garbage units like Aphelios and Jinx. Like a 1-star Aphelios and a 2-star Jinx are useless at the end of the game. Especially when them having no items. No, what I need is the 6 Guardian front line. So I need to get, I need to find Yorick and put him on the board. So I'll go ahead and put these items on the Lucian. I also really should have moved the Tactician's Crown over to Lucian because it does give stats. There's 7 Kates, by the way. There's 8 Kates. Okay. But again, patience. We don't need to rush this. We don't need to drop down to some low gold total. We can afford to be patient here. We can take our time. And I think at this point, I decide that I do want this Pantheon because I want to try to get the Pantheon 2-star back again. At least I do remember to move my carries into the middle of the board so they're not getting sniped again. But yeah, I'm going to sell the Senna. I don't think I'm hitting Senna 3-star at this point. It was worthwhile to hold the Sennas. You never know. I could have had a big run of Sennas like I had a big run of Pantheons back there. And if I was on like 8 Sennas, I would definitely hold. But I don't think I'm going to find 3 more of them on level 9. At this point. By the way, my board, even though my front line is still pretty wonky, look, I'm still able to win this fight. Jeez. Yeah, my board is in pretty good shape, and I want 8 Caitlyns right now. So again, patience. We can afford to take our time here. We're slow rolling. There we go. We finally are able to do this. So we can take a unit off the board. The Jinx is the obvious unit to remove. Let's get Jinx out of there, and let's get Yorick on the board. By the way, I'm actually keeping my bench like intentionally a little bit messy. And there we go. We're actually on 6 Nikos, and we got another Lucian here. All right, I'll stop there. I'm actually keeping my bench a little bit messy because I don't know if anyone in the lobby is actually scouting me. And by the way, I'm finally going to move my items over to the Lucian, which I should have done earlier. I don't know if anyone in the lobby is scouting me, but if they are, I want it to be less clear that I'm sitting on 8 out of 9 Caitlyn's. I want it to be less clear I'm on 8 out of 9 Caitlyn's. This person I'm playing is playing a country board, and they've actually done a really nice job of hitting their country board. They have 3-star Urgot, 3-star Samira, 3-star Set, 3-star Vex, 3-star Amumu. Like, that's all of the units you would want to hit if you're playing a country board. The only thing they would have liked is they would have liked to have gotten to country 7. But yeah, I mean, they've hit all of... they don't have 3-star Vex. They're on 8 out of 9 Vexes. But, like, that is the country board, and they have hit everything on that board. But remember, I said this at the beginning of the game. It's an Ezreal portal. It is a high-cost lobby, or a high-econ lobby. So in a normal lobby, that might be enough to win. It might not be enough to win in this lobby, just because a bunch of 3-star 3 costs can get outscaled in a game like this. They have to deal with the level 10 board. Or is that person out of the lobby? I can't remember if they got knocked out by somebody. That level 10 board that's playing all the 5 costs is going to be really strong. And again, I'm 1 Caitlyn away. Although, hilariously, the Caitlyn dies immediately to the Scuttle Crab. Does get killed immediately by the Rift Scuttler there. But it's okay. It's okay, Kate. I've got your back. I only need to find one more Kate for Kate 3-star. And by the way, there's another Nikos. I'm on 7 Nikos, too. So, all right, we're going to take our time here. We get even more gold from the Ezreal portal. So, again, we're just rolling here. There's 7 or 6 Amumus, and boom, there it is, 3-star Caitlyn. Just like that. I do feel like the economy was managed really well here. And of course, I want a frontline item. I need more frontline. So we'll take the Thresh. All right, Thresh has legit items. And we'll put this on Nico, I suppose. I guess I'm closer to the 3-star Nico. And I'm rolling down. I was trying to find one more Lucian here. I don't find one more Lucian. So I will stop at the 30 gold here. I was trying to get one more Lucian for Lucian 2-star. That would also be a big spike. Now, I have 3-star Kate. So yeah, this is a 3-star Kate in a 4 rapid fire team composition. So she stacks up the attack speed fast and boom, 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 boom. She's doing 2,000 to 3,000 damage on every shot when her ult is up. And oh my god, this Caitlyn damage is absurd. She just did 23,000 damage. She's also getting... What is that animation? Kate, slow down there. So again, she's getting 9% attack speed every single time she attacks. She's getting 3% more AP, or 3. Wow, then the 3-star Nico shows up super early too. Again, I am hitting in this game, like hitting pretty hardcore in this lobby. By the way, I also got a huge run on Senna's after I sold my Senna. I got it like Senna after Senna after Senna. So that was kind of nice. And now I just hit the 2-star Yorick. So 2-star Yorick, 2-star Thresh, 3-star Nico. My front line is pretty jacked. And the Kate is just unstoppable. Again, 9% attack speed from every single auto attack. She also gets 3% more AD for every single auto attack. She starts at like 250 something AD, and it just goes up from there. And yeah, you see, she stacks up that Kraken pretty fast, even though she stops auto attacking. Yeah, shots deal 2,469 damage. She fires 5 of them. Yeah, I mean, she stacks that up pretty fast. There's another 23,000 damage. Okay. So the only thing I'm missing is the Lucian, the Lucian. And up, there he is. Okay. Well, we'll just look to go to level 9 or level 10 now. I'm so used to saying go to level 9. I mean, I don't think the game's going to get there, but there's no point in rolling for anything else. I've 2-starred every single thing on my board. 3-starred the Kate, 3-starred the Nico. I mean, not much more for me to do. I guess I could get one more Lucian item, but his items aren't even that bad. The Tactician's Crown with the Prismatic Augment I have gives him 30% AD, and he's got a Giant Slayer, which, you know, lets him cut through high health targets. And then the Gunblade is actually not that bad because it heals him and it heals the front line too. So it's really not that bad. Like in this fight, the Akali's going to target him, but like he can just heal off the damage that he's dealt. Yeah, like whereas I think the Akali goes after him, but yeah, I mean he can just heal up that damage. So like the Lucian plus Kate combo. By the way, look at Kate's AD and AP going up. She's at 366 damage and almost 3 attacks per second. I mean, these boards didn't look that bad, but now they're starting to look kind of bad. Here on this carousel, I am looking for another frontline item, and I just paused to check what the country board had again. The country board is all physical damage. It's playing through Samira, Urgot for the main damage dealers. There's a Vex on the board, but the Vex is unitemized. So as soon as I see a Bramble Vest on there, I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect. The Bramble Vest is amazing. Their whole team is physical damage. The Bramble Vest is going to make that Thresh just unkillable. I mean, they have hit the 3-star Vex, but like, I mean, my board is just absolutely stacked here. I don't even know if the Sona fits this board that well, but She's a 2-star 5 cost, and I hit her super easily, so like, why not? She gives me even more shielding, as if I don't have enough shielding already. By the way, I thought this person was going to swap their carry to the left-hand side, so I actually moved the Lucian and the Kate over. By the way, they're pinging. I think they just finally realized I had 3-star Kate. They were obviously not paying attention. I was going to swing them over to the right-hand side because I assumed that the Samira was going to be moved to the left-hand side. But no, they never actually moved that unit. Does it matter, though? Nope, not really. I mean, Kate and Lucian going absolutely crazy back there. Kate does 25,000 damage. Lucian does 12,000. I mean, they just absolutely shred that team. So that's going to be the end of this game. A very fun game. I mean, I hit out of my mind in this game, but I do think I played reasonably well. I think the best thing I did in this game was recognizing the condition, which was like, no, don't go for 3-star 2 costs. Go to level 9, slow roll on level 9, put your board together there, because this is a high econ lobby. We need to outscale people, and my oh my, did we ever do that in this game. So once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this game. I had a lot of fun with this one. So until next time, take care, folks, and I'll see you again soon.